Turning 40, society often paints it as a dreaded milestone, a symbolic farewell to youth and the doorway into decline. Popular culture bombards us constantly with unsettling images, sudden impulse purchases, unexpected relationship breakdowns, or careers abandoned in frustration. It's easy amidst these persistent messages to quietly accept that your best days have already passed you by. But here's a surprising fact that challenges everything you've been led to believe. Psychological research consistently shows that happiness and personal fulfillment often rise after midlife, not before it. In fact, a comprehensive study from Harvard revealed that people frequently experience their greatest satisfaction in their 50s and beyond. Could it be that the entire notion of life declining after 40 is simply a myth we've unknowingly accepted? If you've ever found yourself quietly anxious about approaching midlife, perhaps feeling stuck in a career that no longer inspires you, or uncertain whether you've lived up to your true potential, you're far from alone. Renowned psychologist Carl Jung, who dedicated his life to understanding human growth, boldly declared, "Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research." Jung saw midlife not as an ending, but as the precise moment your real life, authentic and meaningful, finally begins. The first half of life, he explained, is about gathering experiences and trying to fit into society's expectations. The second half, beginning at 40, is about weaving those experiences into genuine self-understanding and finally becoming who you truly are. Your feelings of uncertainty and questioning aren't signs of impending failure or decline. They're signals from within, nudging you toward greater clarity and authenticity. Perhaps you've spent years dedicated to meeting external expectations, achieving goals others admired but that never genuinely fulfilled you. Now is your subconscious mind's chance to call out to you clearly, prompting deeper reflection on what truly matters. Your anxieties about the future aren't barriers. They are powerful invitations to rediscover yourself and pursue a life aligned authentically with your genuine values. As we embark on this journey together, consider this intriguing possibility. What if midlife isn't the end, but rather your greatest new beginning? Perhaps you're finally reaching the ideal moment, psychologically, emotionally, and practically, to unlock deeper meaning and greater happiness than you've ever experienced. Maybe life at 40 isn't declining after all, it's finally beginning to truly flourish. What if, rather than accepting limitation, your 40s mark the perfect opportunity to build a life you genuinely love? What dream or passion have you quietly postponed, believing it's too late? Keep this thought in mind as we explore exactly how midlife can become your greatest awakening. The phrase midlife crisis has become so popularized that many of us assume it's unavoidable. Society portrays this phase of life as one of impulse decisions, regret, or confusion. Yet here's something powerful that most people don't realize. What's commonly labeled a crisis is often something profoundly different. It's an awakening, a transformative opportunity for personal growth and genuine happiness. Those restless emotions, the internal questions whispering doubt in your ear, aren't evidence that something has gone wrong. They're clear indicators that something vitally important within you is ready to go right. Psychologist Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the darkest human experiences imaginable, emerged from concentration camps with profound insights on human happiness and resilience. Frankl famously concluded that true satisfaction and joy in life don't come from chasing success, comfort, or wealth, but from having clear purpose and meaning. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, Frankl wrote, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. His powerful research demonstrated clearly that people who have a deeply meaningful goal in life can overcome even the most challenging hardships and experience profound happiness. Frankl's insights are especially relevant for anyone approaching or navigating midlife uncertainty. The anxieties, doubts, or questions you might feel aren't merely distractions or signs of impending crisis. They're an urgent call towards meaning, a chance to finally confront crucial existential questions. Am I living the life I truly want, or have I simply followed the path society laid out for me? What genuinely fulfills me? Further backing this optimistic outlook is a fascinating discovery in modern psychology, the well-documented phenomenon known as the U-shaped happiness curve. Extensive research, including a notable study published in the Journal of Economic Behavior and Organization, reveals clearly that people's happiness tends to dip slightly in early adulthood, reaching its lowest points before midlife, then rising steadily again into the 50s and beyond. This means, contrary to popular belief, that your most rewarding and joyful years likely lie ahead, not behind you. The period you might have dreaded, your supposed midlife crisis, actually marks the turning point where your satisfaction and clarity significantly increase, precisely because you are finally ready to live authentically with clarity and purpose. You might wonder now, have I truly lived a life that's genuine and fulfilling, or have I simply been following someone else's script? This question isn't intended to discourage or confuse you, it's meant to empower you. It's your invitation directly from your own internal wisdom to rewrite your life narrative intentionally and authentically. Your 40s and beyond don't mark the end, they mark the beginning of profound personal growth and clarity. So if you've been feeling stuck, uncertain, or quietly dissatisfied, know deeply this is not a crisis, it's your profound awakening. Your midlife doubts aren't obstacles, they're your greatest allies, urging you toward a deeper self-awareness, a clearer sense of purpose, and a more genuine sense of happiness than you've ever known before. Instead of fearing midlife as a potential crisis, understand it clearly now for what it is, your powerful personal invitation toward meaningful change. The journey ahead is not merely motivational talk, it's validated by psychology, enriched by ancient wisdom, and confirmed through real-life experiences of people who have already navigated this transformation. Together, we'll explore precisely how you can harness these powerful insights to create the most meaningful chapter of your life yet. Take a moment to reflect. What meaningful dream or ambition have you quietly postponed, believing you've missed your chance? Your midlife moment is your personal call to action, your unique chance to consciously craft the richest, most fulfilling chapter of your life. The anxieties you experience at midlife, those restless thoughts and questions about what's next, are not new, nor are they unique to you. Remarkably, thousands of years ago, Stoic philosophers faced precisely these same concerns and crafted powerful wisdom to address them. Far from being outdated or irrelevant, Stoicism speaks directly and profoundly to modern anxieties, offering practical insights to guide you through your midlife awakening. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and philosopher, famously asserted, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This Stoic insight lies at the very heart of understanding midlife transformation. You may currently feel overwhelmed because you're focusing heavily on external events you can't control, societal expectations, the passage of time, or circumstances you've inherited. However, Stoicism reminds us vividly that your real power, your true strength, lies not in changing the uncontrollable external world, but in mastering your internal response to it. Midlife anxiety often arises from the feeling of being powerless in the face of change. Stoics teach us something profoundly different. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor-philosopher, emphasized clearly, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." According to Stoicism, when you shift your focus inward, taking responsibility for your emotional reactions, your mindset, and your interpretations of events, you regain immense personal power and clarity. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not external events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't just philosophical idealism, it's proven in practice by psychological research, which demonstrates clearly that people who adopt an internal locus of control consistently report higher life satisfaction, resilience, and happiness. Furthermore, Seneca, another influential Stoic philosopher, offers an equally transformative perspective on change and new beginnings. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Instead of viewing midlife as a regrettable end to your youth or ambitions, Stoicism reframes it entirely as a powerful invitation to embark on a new, richer chapter of your life. According to Seneca, embracing change is not merely beneficial, it's essential. When you accept that life's changes are inevitable and see them as opportunities rather than threats, your midlife anxiety transforms into motivation, resilience, and profound personal strength. This Stoic perspective aligns perfectly with modern psychological findings. Psychologists consistently find that people who embrace rather than resist life's transitions achieve deeper happiness, greater emotional resilience, and more fulfilling relationships. In fact, neuroscience validates the Stoics' insights, confirming that adapting positively to change actively rewires your brain, increasing your long-term resilience and emotional health. Midlife anxiety, therefore, isn't something going wrong. It's a sign of personal growth, an inner signal urging you to embrace change with curiosity rather than fear. Stoicism teaches you to transform these anxieties into authentic strengths, to accept external realities gracefully, and to deliberately choose internal responses that align with your highest values and deepest desires. Armed with this timeless Stoic wisdom, your 40s cease to be an endpoint. They become your greatest starting line, the moment you choose how you'll author the next exciting chapters of your life. Now, pause and reflect briefly. Where in your life right now could shifting your perspective from external concerns to internal control immediately bring greater clarity, strength, and peace? Stoicism urges you to embrace this transformation fully, turning midlife anxieties into the powerful catalyst that launches you forward confidently and authentically into your best years yet. You might now be wondering that this all sounds incredibly inspiring, but how exactly do I find clarity about my life's true purpose, especially now after decades spent pursuing external expectations and responsibilities? You're asking precisely the right question at precisely the right moment. And fortunately, two of history's most insightful psychologists, Abraham Maslow and Viktor Frankl, offer powerful, practical answers that align directly with your midlife journey. Abraham Maslow spent his life exploring what makes people genuinely fulfilled, ultimately discovering something remarkable. True happiness isn't rooted merely in external success or wealth. Instead, Maslow observed that the deepest human fulfillment emerges through what he termed self-actualization, realizing and fully embracing one's most authentic self and highest potential. Importantly, Maslow found that self-actualization rarely occurs early in life. Instead, it commonly arises precisely after the fundamental needs for safety, stability, and belonging have been met. In other words, your 40s and beyond might represent the perfect moment to pursue this deeper, more authentic form of happiness and fulfillment. Midlife is exactly the stage when you're finally free to explore profound questions such as, what genuinely inspires me? What brings me lasting joy, independent of societal expectations? Complementing Maslow's insights beautifully is Viktor Frankl, whose profound personal experiences as a Holocaust survivor led him to powerful conclusions about human resilience, happiness, and purpose. Frankl argued passionately that life's deepest satisfaction doesn't come from comfort, success, or pleasure. It emerges through a clear, deeply personal sense of purpose and meaning. He emphasized vividly, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by a lack of meaning and purpose. Frankl discovered something critically important. When people have a clearly defined purpose, they are remarkably resilient and profoundly joyful, even amid great difficulties. Without purpose, however, even great comfort or success often feels hollow and unfulfilling. Frankl's insights are particularly relevant as you navigate midlife, precisely because midlife anxieties often stem from the realization that something deeper is missing. Midlife isn't a crisis at all, it's your personal invitation to seek and find that deeper sense of purpose Frankl described. And if you've spent your earlier decades fulfilling society's expectations or chasing external markers of success, midlife naturally becomes the moment you finally pause to ask yourself honestly, what gives my life genuine meaning? Am I truly living my values or merely following external scripts? Importantly, the psychological theories of Maslow and Frankl aren't isolated philosophical ideas. They align closely with the groundbreaking insights of Carl Jung, who famously argued midlife is a powerful shift from external validation toward internal authenticity. According to Jung, midlife anxieties aren't signs of something going wrong. They're essential messages from your subconscious mind, calling you towards a deeper, more authentic understanding of who you truly are. Instead of fearing these anxieties, Jung urged embracing them as powerful invitations to rediscover your genuine self beneath decades of accumulated external expectations. Now consider briefly, if you knew you couldn't fail, what's the first meaningful change you'd confidently pursue? This reflective question isn't rhetorical, it's crucially important. Your midlife moment of clarity isn't hidden away or inaccessible. It's waiting, ready to emerge from within you. Your purpose and passion, the clarity Maslow, Frankl, and Jung spoke of, is waiting for you to claim it clearly and confidently, precisely at this pivotal point in your life. You stand now at a powerful crossroads, guided not only by theory but by decades of proven psychological insights. Maslow's powerful message about authentic happiness, Frankl's insights about profound purpose, and Jung's ideas about personal authenticity align clearly with your present circumstances. You haven't missed your opportunity for a meaningful life. Instead, you finally arrived at precisely the right moment to pursue it. Your midlife anxieties aren't evidence of limitations. They're powerful indicators that you're ready to embrace genuine meaning, authentic happiness, and your greatest potential yet. At this moment, you might find yourself inspired by the idea of midlife as a powerful new beginning, yet still feel unsure how exactly to transform this vision into tangible change. It's understandable. After years of obligations, responsibilities, and external expectations, the leap from inspiration to meaningful action can feel daunting. Yet here's the powerful truth: you already hold all the resources necessary to take deliberate steps towards a transformative midlife. Your accumulated life experiences are not merely past events, they're your most valuable resources, providing insight, resilience, and emotional intelligence unmatched by younger selves. Every challenge you've overcome, every relationship you've nurtured, and every lesson you've learned has uniquely prepared you for precisely this moment. The emotional maturity you now possess allows you to set truly meaningful, deeply personal goals that align with your authentic desires, not society's expectations. If you've been quietly dreaming of making a significant change, launching a new career, pursuing creative passions, or reconnecting with long-neglected interests, your 40s offer you the clarity and confidence required to pursue these ambitions seriously and meaningfully. To illustrate just how achievable midlife transformation is, consider this remarkable finding. Research by MIT reveals that the average age of successful entrepreneurs isn't 25 or 30, it's 45. Founders who launch their businesses at midlife have the highest probability of success. Why? Because their decisions come from authentic passion combined with practical wisdom gathered through lived experience. If you've ever considered launching a business, writing a book, or embarking on a creative project, your 40s might not only be a suitable time, they may be the optimal moment for your ambitions to thrive. An equally critical part of your midlife transformation is embracing a lifelong learning mindset, what psychologist Carl Jung famously calls a growth mindset. Dweck's groundbreaking research shows clearly that people who remain curious and embrace learning new skills throughout life experience significantly greater personal growth and fulfillment, irrespective of age. Neuroscientific studies confirm this truth, demonstrating conclusively that your brain retains a remarkable capacity to learn, adapt, and forge new connections at any stage of life. In fact, adults in their 40s and beyond often master new skills more effectively, precisely because their mature brains integrate fresh insights with wisdom and emotional maturity gathered from years of experience. So ask yourself now, what new skill or interest have I always admired but hesitated to explore? What small step could I take today toward mastering something that truly excites me? Whether it's photography, cooking, writing, or even a new language, committing to regular practice, just 15 minutes a day, can reignite your passion, energy, and sense of possibility. By doing this, you reinforce your brain's inherent flexibility, directly unlocking further happiness, creativity, and emotional resilience. Additionally, your personal and professional networks, often overlooked, represent powerful practical assets at midlife. Decades of personal and professional interactions mean your network is richer than ever before, comprising colleagues, mentors, and friends who are often more willing than you imagine to support your new ambitions. The practical step here is clear and simple. Reconnect today. Reach out to someone who has inspired you, a mentor or an old colleague, and openly share your new aspirations. By clearly stating your intentions, you activate a supportive network eager to see you succeed. Finally, remember that maintaining robust physical and mental health at midlife isn't merely desirable, it's foundational. The aim isn't to chase eternal youth, but rather to ensure you have the vitality, sharpness, and emotional balance necessary for meaningful transformation. Regular physical activity, balanced nutrition, mindfulness practices, and adequate rest aren't just routines. They're strategic investments ensuring your new midlife chapter is vibrant, energetic, and fulfilling. The practical truth is that your 40s aren't an obstacle, they're your strategic advantage. You now have clarity, resilience, a powerful network, and lifelong learning at your fingertips. Most importantly, you possess the practical tools necessary to transform inspiration into lasting, meaningful change, not someday, but right now. Your transformative vision isn't distant or theoretical, it's actionable today. Your midlife opportunity to authentically rewrite your life story is here, waiting for you to take the first powerful step. If you're still questioning whether genuine, lasting transformation after 40 is realistic, history and psychology are ready to prove otherwise. Numerous iconic figures have profoundly reinvented themselves at midlife, not in spite of their age, but precisely because of it. Take, for instance, Stan Lee, the celebrated creator behind Marvel Comics' beloved superheroes. Approaching 40, Lee felt deeply unfulfilled, creatively stagnant, and questioning whether his work had any true significance. Yet it was precisely at 39, on the cusp of midlife, that Lee courageously decided to abandon industry expectations, choosing instead to create stories authentically meaningful to him. This pivotal choice led to the birth of iconic characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the Fantastic Four, forever reshaping popular culture. Lee's success wasn't an anomaly, it was directly attributable to his decision to embrace midlife uncertainties as powerful opportunities rather than obstacles. Julia Child provides another powerful testament to midlife as the perfect moment for meaningful transformation. Before becoming an internationally celebrated culinary figure, Child spent years drifting, uncertain of her purpose. At the age of 36, she moved to France, where her passion for cooking was ignited. It wasn't until the remarkable age of 49 that she published her groundbreaking cookbook, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, launching her career to international acclaim. Julia Child's extraordinary journey demonstrates clearly that midlife isn't a barrier. It's the perfect moment to discover your truest passions and transform them into lasting, meaningful success. Yet another compelling example of midlife rebirth is Colonel Harland Sanders, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Sanders faced countless setbacks, failures, and disappointments throughout his early life. Yet, remarkably, it was at the age of 62, an age society often considers well past one's prime, that Sanders finally discovered his true calling. Leveraging decades of accumulated wisdom, resilience, and experience, he established Kentucky Fried Chicken, turning it into one of the world's most successful franchises. His story proves unequivocally that midlife doesn't limit potential, rather it uniquely positions you to achieve extraordinary success precisely because of the lessons and resilience you've accumulated over time. These famous stories aren't motivational exceptions, they're living examples supported by robust psychological theories. Carl Jung declared that midlife represents the critical shift from external validation toward authentic living, and Abraham Maslow confirmed that genuine self-actualization often emerges later in life, when we are finally able to pursue our highest ambitions free from external pressures. Viktor Frankl showed us that finding a deeply meaningful life isn't merely advantageous, it's essential for enduring happiness and emotional resilience. Taken together, these celebrated lives and powerful psychological insights reveal a compelling truth. Midlife isn't a point of decline. It's your invitation to step forward boldly, reclaiming your true potential and finally living in alignment with your authentic self. If Stan Lee, Julia Child, and Colonel Sanders could find profound success and fulfillment after 40, there's no reason to doubt you can achieve the same. Your anxieties aren't evidence of failure. They're signs you're precisely primed for growth. History and psychology have clearly demonstrated that your 40s and beyond aren't simply years to be endured. They're years to be seized, embraced, and transformed into your most fulfilling and remarkable chapter yet. The choice isn't whether you can achieve this, it's simply whether you're ready to begin your own extraordinary story. By now, we've revealed a compelling truth. Turning 40 isn't an endpoint, but a powerful rebirth, a personal renaissance, perfectly timed for your authentic self to flourish. Carl Jung powerfully explained that life's first half is simply preparation, a period dedicated to navigating societal expectations, testing your identity, and gathering wisdom from triumphs and setbacks alike. Your anxieties, therefore, are not signs that your best years have passed, but a profound internal signal, alerting you to a pivotal moment, the shift from who society expects you to be to who you authentically are. Perhaps right now you're hesitating, wondering if you're really ready, or if these newfound ambitions are too late to embrace. But let Viktor Frankl reassure you unequivocally. Frankl discovered through immense personal hardship that life's true joy and resilience don't rely on perfect circumstances or age, but on clearly defined meaning and purpose. His extraordinary insights remind us that your purpose is never bound by age. It's always accessible, always within your grasp. Midlife isn't your obstacle, it's your profound invitation to finally define and claim your genuine purpose, creating a life of authenticity and joy. Neuroscientific research echoes Frankl's wisdom, confirming that your brain remains remarkably adaptable at any age. Contrary to outdated assumptions, midlife isn't a period of mental stagnation, it's a powerful time for emotional and intellectual growth. Neuroscientists have shown conclusively that people who actively embrace new learning and challenges at 40 and beyond experience significant neurological benefits, enjoying richer emotional resilience and deeper personal fulfillment. This is your clear scientific assurance. You are absolutely equipped, psychologically and neurologically, to transform inspiration into tangible action, precisely at this point in your life. Your powerful advantage also lies in the remarkable social connections you've built over decades. Friends, mentors, colleagues, your personal and professional networks offer far more support than you may realize. Psychology strongly suggests meaningful change thrives with social encouragement, and your existing network is eager to champion your authentic ambitions. Your task is simple. Reach out now, share your goals and dreams openly. This single, practical act of courage can become the catalyst, turning inspiration into reality. Furthermore, at midlife, deliberately investing in your physical and mental health becomes foundational, not merely for longevity, but as your strategic investment in transformation. Your goal isn't to chase eternal youth, it's to nurture a vitality and mental sharpness that fuels your new ambitions. Small, deliberate daily practices such as mindfulness, regular exercise, balanced nutrition and quality rest aren't merely routines. They're essential foundations, ensuring you have the strength and clarity to pursue genuine fulfillment with sustained passion. At this critical juncture, your past experiences aren't limitations. They are precisely your strength. Your wisdom, emotional maturity, resilience, supportive networks, and capacity for lifelong learning uniquely position you for authentic reinvention. Midlife isn't decline. It's your greatest opportunity to reshape life intentionally and meaningfully. You now hold every tool necessary to transform your inspiration into genuine change, starting today. Ask yourself clearly now, what passion, dream, or ambition am I finally ready to embrace fully? Identify it boldly and take the first small step immediately after this video. Your best years are not behind, they're directly ahead, enthusiastically waiting for you to claim them now. As our journey together draws to its conclusion, consider clearly this powerful, life-changing reality. Your 40s aren't simply another life stage. They are your personal renaissance, your profound awakening to an authentic, intentional, and meaningful existence. Philosopher Seneca warned wisely, it is not that we have a short space of time, but that we waste much of it. Midlife offers the exceptional advantage of clarity, resilience, and accumulated wisdom, exactly what's required to stop wasting time and begin living intentionally and passionately. Abraham Maslow's insights confirm this truth, illustrating clearly that genuine self-actualization, true happiness, often blossoms at midlife. Maslow demonstrated that your most fulfilling stage emerges precisely after basic needs are secured, positioning your 40s as the ideal moment to finally pursue goals you may have postponed, believing they were impractical or too ambitious. The profound reality is that midlife positions you to finally live authentically, no longer bound by external expectations. You're ready now to clearly identify what inspires you deeply and to pursue those goals confidently and unapologetically. This truth is powerfully reinforced by Viktor Frankl, who emphasized that a meaningful life isn't merely preferable, it's essential for happiness. Purpose, he reminded us, doesn't have an expiration date, it's perpetually available. Your 40s are not too late, they are precisely your moment to clarify your life's deeper meaning and pursue it vigorously. Neuroscientific evidence confirms this as well, proving conclusively that your brain maintains remarkable adaptability and capacity for growth well into midlife and beyond. You're perfectly primed to integrate your life's experiences, turning them into genuine clarity and renewed purpose. The stories of Stanley, Julia Child, and Colonel Sanders are not merely anecdotes. They are undeniable proof of midlife's immense potential. They succeeded not despite their ages, but because their experience, maturity, and authenticity gave them precisely the wisdom and perspective necessary to flourish. Your age, similarly, isn't your limitation, it's your superpower. Midlife anxiety isn't something going wrong, it's your inner self urging you clearly to claim a more meaningful and joyful life. Your final step today is decisively simple and actionable. Reflect honestly right now. What meaningful ambition or passion have you postponed, believing it was too late to achieve? Write it down clearly. Commit immediately after this video to take a simple, achievable first step towards that ambition, whether enrolling in a class, reaching out to an inspiring mentor, or simply sharing your intentions openly with a trusted friend or loved one. This isn't theoretical, it's your direct, immediate action, your step toward genuine fulfillment, happiness, and authenticity. Your best years aren't lost. They are waiting patiently, directly ahead. Your midlife awakening isn't someday, it's now. You're fully equipped with psychological insights, proven strategies, authoritative wisdom, and inspiring examples that demonstrate the profound possibilities of life after 40. You're ready, not later, but right now, to confidently and joyfully author your next vibrant chapter. So, as our journey concludes, consider this. The life you've quietly dreamed of, full of meaning, clarity, and authenticity, is not beyond your reach. It's waiting right now for you to embrace it boldly. Today marks your powerful rebirth. Seize this moment clearly, courageously, and intentionally. Your best years aren't behind, they are just beginning.